Oh yeah, we're on. Let's do this. Let me. All right, perfect. Yeah, we're live. I got both windows up. I'll keep an eye on the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, Dj-Ology, the science of DJing, as advertised. I locked him down. I harassed him. I was about ready to send him a Christmas card, but here he is, DJ Darth Fader, and he's going to explain how he does his thing on the thing with the thing. Let's go.
All right.
No, go ahead and explain a little bit. Tell the world who you are, of course. Promote your
Hey,
channel, all that
cool.
stuff.
Awesome. Thank you. Hi guys. I'm Darth Fader, at DJ Darth Fader, all the socials, things like that. I actually live in Connecticut. I've been, DJing probably in Connecticut for a little over a decade now. Yeah, I kind of do that. I've been, taken to streaming a little bit before COVID, and just kind of, kept the ball rolling and running with that. My streams kind of grown as it's come along. And I've kind of had to grow and adapt and change, and just like the rest of us, doing a bunch of things. So I'm here to answer any questions about whatever you guys have been trying to learn, maybe want to learn, anything about Twitch, about Streamlabs, about OBS stuff, whatever we can do, whatever I can do to help you. Just make your stream better, make it more interactive, whatever it is. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I don't know how many people were following you from the beginning, but in the beginning you had like a sheet up. And it was,
Yes.
and where you had a little
That's true.
square back over there.
Yeah.
You had another window going.
It was old. You remember the old days? Like I had this was it's a purchase that you have a spot in like your house where you have like old DJ gear that like you don't use anymore. That's like dinosaur shit that like you don't use. I had these like old speaker stands or like truss, like plastic truss that like so I just set them up on one side with some like O clamps and like a sheet, and it was definitely a hot mess, but it was something that I'm now I'm now proud of, that that we've kind of grown from. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm just going to answer Meatball's question real quick. He was asking about some video I made. If you just go to Jib Jab, you can crop your face into any of their pre-designed templates, and then you can download their videos, and that's where the hot dog video came from. You know about Jib Jab?
God, yeah, of course, yeah. He's like, "God damn, you're sexy." Is he talking about you or me? It's hard to tell.
I didn't even see that one.
That was like the first. That was like the first comment. Meatball said he's like, "God damn, you're sexy."
He's
I
probably
don't know
talking
if
about.
he was.
Probably talking
I don't
about
know if he
you.
was talking about me or you. Probably you. I'm just gonna say probably. Yeah. So it's like that's kind of where both. Okay, thank you, sir. So that's just kind of like where I started, because I wanted to stream. I'd been streaming on Twitch since probably August or September. I kind of started streaming some game content here and there. I play PS4 stuff, and some of the community and stuff that I had started kind of amassing was like, "Dude, you're like a real DJ," and I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Why don't you DJ a set like on Twitch so we can watch? Like we could be there, like add a gig with you. It'd be super dope." I'm just like, okay. So that's how it started. I just, because Twitch has like a mobile app, you can sit there and just front face, forward face the camera. You could plug in a TRRS or whatever you want to get there with your sound and stuff like that to get direct audio. I was doing that before the whole shutdown thing, and it just kind of grew from there into the kind of craziness that's back there.
I was going to ask you a little bit about that too, because I was working on getting you on the channel, and you're like, "Oh, I can't. I'm doing all this construction," and you send me these pictures. So if you can explain a little bit about what is behind you right there before we get into the screen stuff.
So we're like in my garage basically, and like I used to, like when I was streaming before I built all this and the streaming PC, I had that or whatever, I was doing that direct face, which is, I could talk a little bit about for people that may not have like a second computer to like stream from. And that Streamlabs actually has a mobile app that you can multi-stream and you can add graphics to, and like it's an iOS app that I was using before I made like the next leap. So a lot of people may not know that, but like I dug it. It let me put a chat box on the thing. It let me put an alert box on it. It did. It's basic, but it's more advanced than just literally just streaming just from your phone. Um, but yeah, so like I was trying to do all that, and then I was like, I want to take this to the next level. I'm seeing other people doing really great stuff. I I know how they're doing it. I want to be. I can do that too. So then it was just like, let me build this.
One
Let me
thing leads into another, and you're like
right.
in the wormhole.
Right. Isn't that kind of how the way things go? You know what I mean? Like you see things, you're like, oh, well, I know how they did that, or like this or that. Like I could do that. Like give me a couple $100, with some lumber at Home Depot and some paint. I could be right there, no problem.
You're building studios, you're building
Yeah.
computers, you're
Yeah.
doing all that stuff.
Yeah. I built a custom PC and a home studio to stream on the DJ sets on the internet. It's mind blowing.
And all it took
Yeah,
was a world-ending pandemic for that to happen.
right, exactly. It only took me unable to get a haircut for like 3 months for that to happen. No problem.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I'm gonna go ahead and make you a host over here. So,
Cool.
I'm interested to see what you're working with. Change host. Bam.
I'm the host now.
You are the host.
Look, I'm the host. I'm
So-
the host now.
I'm the host.
Look at me. I'm the host now.
You need the captain's hat.
That's right there. It's right there. I'm the captain now. There it is. So like as we're streaming, I know some guys use OBS, some guy and I have too, but I started using Streamlabs OBS only because I feel like it's a little bit more user friendly, and it has a lot of what the Streamlabs dashboard extensions kind of already have together, and it's innate. It's all in the program itself, and it's just I find the user friendliness of it to be a little bit more inviting than just straight up OBS. Given that, I know too that a lot of guys use OBS over Streamlabs because they feel like it's a little bit less memory intensive, it's a little less CPU intensive, and they can kind of do what they want with it. To each their own, whatever works. Anything that you can do that I'm about to show you in the Streamlabs OBS, you can do in regular OBS. You just need to do it from their onboard, their website extensions, and that's it. So there's nothing I'm doing nothing I'm doing that you can't do if you're using OBS and not using Streamlabs OBS, if that makes sense. So like if I were to go, let me share.
Let's see what you got.
Yeah, let's do that. Let me share my screen. Let's do.
Uh-oh. Watch out.
There we go.
Once again, big shout out to everybody in the chat. Aquatech, I see you in there. Thank you for signing in.
So if you guys are using OBS, like a lot of the stuff still looks similar. You got your your mixer for audio, where all your sources are and stuff like that. Let's just we can go over here to where the yacht, where we did yacht rock volume 2 or yacht rock volume 1, whichever one you want to do. But like, so a lot of this stuff all looks the same. So a few things, if I can pull up. Go. This is like what's cool. I don't know if OBS does this. Does this have like a pop out for like your chat of like what you're
Actually, we were using it yesterday in our stream, and I was like, "What is this?
Yeah.
Like, why is this here? This is awesome." No,
Yeah,
OBS
so-
does not.
yeah, so this is like logged right into my Twitch chat, so I can be seeing things that I actually use this part to interact with my chat, to read the chat while things are going on. So people are dropping emotes and stuff on my channel, and
Okay, so that's what
fun things pop up like that.
the wife and I were working on, and we couldn't
Yeah.
figure out why it wasn't showing up like that, because some of them would, and then she was
Yeah.
telling me the source had to be higher on the list for the emotes to bounce on the screen.
Yes. So you got to definitely, so in here in your sources, you got to think about this. Like DJs now, like we have to be programmers, we have to be promoters, we have to be this, we have to be that, we have to be graphic designers, we have to be video editors, we have to do all that, right?
Forever.
We can't just Yes, right. We can't just be a DJ anymore. So this stuff right in the middle and how you prep this is all. Hey, Meatball, he's popping into my Twitch chat. Hey, buddy. So this area right in here is your sources, and if you've worked in Photoshop or any kind of graphic design kind of background, layers matter, and so this, you have to kind of set this up with like a top-down approach. So the thing that you want on top, on the most, top, it should be there. So that's why like my emote widget is there. See, and there's some.
Yeah, there he is, Meatball.
Thank you for that assist. So if I had this buried behind the background or something else, you wouldn't be able to see it. Like if I drag this to beneath the yacht booth, and I went and did, a bunch of these, they'll pop around. But if they go, it should fall behind that yacht booth.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So like the
Can you change the size of the emotes and how that works?
So like if I were to just start going from this from the get-go, there's a cool button over here, dashboard, and that's going to open up the Streamlabs dashboard in a web window. I have one open over here just in case you're not using Streamlabs OBS. If you're using just regular OBS, we can go and I can share this screen. I wish it would just share the whatever I was doing. Is there a way to do that? I don't think so.
If it's NDI, I think, or if it's.
So I don't have to like click every window and go back. All right. So
I'm not quite sure.
If I'm here.
You are the host now.
Yeah. So if we go into like the Streamlabs dashboard, this is kind of like where you come to. And there's a bunch of cool stuff that's all along the lines here. These are some of like, some analytics of, my most recent streams and stuff like that. So that's been pretty cool. On the left side, these features here are kind of what the bread and butter of what you want to do with Streamlabs. If you're only going to be using it for, the stuff it has, and you're not using Streamlabs OBS. Now, mind you, Streamlabs OBS does now have a Mac-based program. So if you're all Mac around, you can use this because for up until, a few months ago, Streamlabs OBS was just Windows-based, but they have pushed a Mac version out. So if you want to come over to like the feature side, that's the stuff. That's the jam we want right now. Okay. So like, if you go down to these are where a lot of these fun little widgets happen. And all these things are just different ways for you to interact with your chat, different things, different visual elements that you can add. Obviously a lot of these are kind of self-explanatory. The alert box is like, we can mess with that probably a little bit later. But like if we're talking specifically about this emote wall, let's get into it with that. So it's here, we click on it. All right, then a few things are going to pop up. You got your widget, the URL of where it is, and this is like your basic demo of what it is. You want to enable it or disable it. Maybe you don't want it for a certain thing that you're doing. You can do that. It's all simple kind of customizations. You can scale it up. You can make them 5 times. You can 8 times. You can make them 10 times as big.
Oh snap!
It doesn't matter. Yeah. So like you can create them to be the same size. You can change the duration for how long they're on the screen. You want them to be on there for a lot. You want them there to be on for a little. That's up to you. They'll spawn, they'll be there, they'll bop around, and then they'll disappear for whatever you have. One of the other things some people have, not troubles with, but maybe not quite get is if you have this disabled, this will take away your duplicates. So like Meatball just spammed like a bunch of the same emotes, right? So then if you're doing that and you hit the send, only one will pop up because it's the same emote. If you have this turned off, then that way, if he's going like meatball, like 10 meatballs,
meatball,
10 sauce, 10 meatballs are popping on the 10 meatballs are popping up on the screen. So that's something to make sure if you want that to have, like it's all your control. If you want the individual ones to pop up, if you want there to be like bang, just making it rain with emotes, do that. But like you just got to make sure that it's here. You know what I mean?
Dirty bit.
Right. So then you can kind of just go, once you've, like saved your settings and done that, you want to copy the widget URL, because that's how you get it into OBS. That's how you get it into Streamlabs OBS, is if you copy the widget URL. You can click to show it,
You copy it,
drag it.
okay.
Yeah, so you can copy it, do whatever. And then you go back to your software. Are we there? We're good? I think I figured it out. No, is it still on the other window?
It's on the other window.
All right.
It's on these heads bumping around.
Let's see. Your screen. Share. Streamlabs OBS. Okay, here we go.
Bam.
Right. So then, if we wanted to go, I mean, I already have one, but
Oh, you would just add one? Yeah.
Doing it. So you just go and you add a source. Meatballs cheering bits. Thank you, sir. If I had the air horn on, I would give you a little beep, 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 beep. So to get that on your wall, we add a source. So like that's where all the layers of all this stuff comes in. So all this, stuff, this cool stuff, some of these things with Streamlabs are automated like here, because this is their widget, their GUI, like whatever you want to call it. This is all their shit. So some of this stuff is already innate and already like native to using Streamlabs OBS, which is one of the reasons why I chose it, is because some of the stuff is like already native in the thing. But if you're gonna, you want to use this thing specifically, you would just go to a browser source. You go in, it's for websites, third-party widgets, which is what this is. And we just click on that. I have one, but we're gonna go ahead and add a new source. We're gonna name this.
You want some more meatballs in your life?
Meatballs window. So we're gonna add a source, and then it gives. Then if you see, it gives us this like little plain basic pop-up thing. So what we want to do is we want to go in and paste the URL, and then you can kind of go and create how you want it to be, like what size you want it to be. So if you want it to be the full length of the window, you can do that. So it's like, you got 1280 by 720. So then like that's the full length of the window.
Got it.
You know what I mean? If you want it to be whatever you if that's what you want. If you want it to only pop up into my little booth thing, I can come here and drag it down a little bit and move it over here. And
cool.
I could do whatever it is. This is like super intuitive, and what you see is what you get. Have you tried Stream Compare? Yes, I have used Stream Elements in the past, and that's another extension that's really similar to this stuff. I just find that like the integration with using Streamlabs OBS and Streamlabs, it's a little easier for me to use that. But like one of the other things I want to get into, which I think is really important for streamers, is a little bit later, that I started using Stream Elements on, and then I came in and I'm using other things. You can import them using Streamlabs OBS as well too. You can import different extensions from other areas, so it would kind of work. So that's kind of how you get the whole emote thing started. Yeah, they're working. They're coming up with their Stream Elements is coming up with their own broadcast software kind of situation as well. They're trying to like jump into like the whole end user game, which I think is cool. Like the more competition, the more that's going to drive like
better stuff,
stability, like in revolution, that like that kind of stuff. So that is how we can create like one of those emote walls. And it's gonna, I don't know if it's gonna double do it, because I have two on here at the moment, but let's just try. Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Like there's my.
We can really make it rain.
Yeah. So like that's the settings for that stuff, and that's just it's all pretty much self-explanatory. There's nothing too difficult there. I feel to like kind of get the hang of. You just kind of pop it in the right places, and you go with it.
Can we just go over a little bit about how that chat's working?
Yes. All right. So on the screen here, this is actually from Restream, and there's a couple different things you can use if you're streaming to multiple platforms. I definitely suggest checking out Restream and doing that. It's cool. There's some different custom stuff that I've done to this to make it seen, because usually the restream chat by default is white, I believe, for this. So I got to make sure. So then I went into did a little custom code. But again, this is still the same concept. Is this is a browser source for a third party kind of thing that's going on. If you go to Restream, sign up, check that out. I use their free service, so I can stream to Twitch and to like my personal Facebook page, and that's what I use. Restream is a cool. Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up.
But are you collecting the chats into one spot or no?
I am not, because the current algorithm for Facebook Live and stuff is not able to work with that on the Facebook Live for personal pages. So if you were going to go and do if you're going to go and use like the commercial, like the license for it to pay that monthly thing, you can you can multi-stream to Twitch and to, like your Facebook page or fan page, or, the Dj-Ology page, or something like that. Then that I'm told, as long as you have the Restream chat bot as a moderator in your like Twitch chat, then that's a setting within Restream to be able to forward all that chat along to one place. It's under their bot settings. Let me see. I can reshare this screen. Let's do Restream chat. Okay, so like once you open Restream Chat's an app, you can download it and do it. This is where you can kind of like set your appearances of what you want, the background opacity. The embed and stream section is kind of where we're at with that. See, like this is like technically white. They're just like default thing. And so like on this background that I have for this yacht and the beach and stuff, like you're not gonna be able to read white through half of it till it gets up to the water and the sky. So I wanted to change that. But you can kind of come in here and play with different settings. You'll see.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So their options are fairly limited, but I mean it's free, so I don't really think you can bitch all that much. There's like a cool little retro vibe that looks like Oregon Trail type shit. There's just different. This was made. There's a Fortnite one, so it kind of looks like Fortnite. Then there's League of Legends, PUBG, Overwatch. Warcraft. There's a bunch of different things that are there that you can use to kind of go ahead and do it. And this area over here is bot, so it says relay automatically forwards all incoming chat message from each platform to all other active platforms set up in Restream. So if you have your Facebook, fan page set up in Restream, and you're restreaming, you have your chat, your Twitch, going there to that as well. Those things will be relayed back and forth to be able to drop the chat in all those areas. I don't believe it's currently set up for Facebook Live for like personal profiles.
Well, we got Joshua Carl in the chat now. He's saying the Restream for Facebook chat is read only, and so you will read and populate, but you can't message to Facebook from their chat or in Twitch.
Right. But the Restream chatbot, if you're on a Facebook page and you're dropping, someone's on your Facebook page watching that, and they, are like, oh, yo, dude, what's going on? Bop, send. Like that could pop up in your Twitch chat. So you could have this just be, screen sharing a stop. Oh, I closed the window. That's right. I'm an idiot.
Hey guys.
Hey. Where did I go? There we go. You can, let me get back to it. There we go. So if you wanted to, that way you could be seeing things that pop over here. That way, if you're watching your chat, it would be, like all the way up to the top. It doesn't pop up. Like Restream, chat bot would be say from blah, blah, blah on Facebook. Hey dude, what's up? Like it would say all that, on there. Just to make it happen. But like I said, personal Facebook profiles, it's not really working at the moment.
Ah, got it.
Facebook's fun. Facebook is where all the fun happens, right?
Facebook's with the demon.
The devil.
It's the dark side of the Darth Vader. Oh, someone cheering bits?
Someone making it rain? I don't know. I gotta go back. I can't see. Yeah. Oh yeah, Meatball's cheering bits. Okay, thank you, Meatball.
So, would you mind going over a
Yeah.
few of your scenes, like the DJ booth one, I think it was the first one you premiered.
Which
that
one?
something like that, yeah.
I got this one. This one's fun.
Oh yeah, I want to learn more about that too.
All right. So I started, like, if you think, like, I'm letting the curtain down back here of kind of like what's going on.
Hold on, what's your headset, Mike? We got a question.
What is this?
Yeah,
these are Arctis series Arctis Pro Steel series. So
Damn.
a little bit on the gamer side, you can kind of like customize the color. They can like rainbow out, or you can do it. My big thing is like black and teal. So like that's what's happening here. So if you look like what a green screen, like the basics of a green screen is it's going to remove all of what is that color green. Now, a message to some folks that don't have the means to do this, because I do, but that doesn't mean you can't do something super similar to this with what you have. And I can't emphasize this enough, because I watched some other like some other guys like doing interviews about streaming and this and that, and it was one of our industry leaders, and like he had really like not nice things to say about people that couldn't do this. Not everybody can do this, but if you have a wall in your house that's painted, I'm going to use a friend of mine because I know that's what he was asking me, because he was literally about to go out and buy a bunch of paint, a bunch of green screen stuff that he didn't need. If you have a pink wall, like a baby pink wall in your house, you can do this same exact thing, because what you can do is you can tell OBS that is the green screen color, the chroma key color. You can custom make that. It doesn't have to be this green. It can be any color you want. So it could be black, it could be white. I wouldn't do that because that messes with a lot of things. But if you have like a yellow wall or a pink wall or something in your house that's like an off color that you're like in your studio. My studio's like a teal green color. So like I was green screening up there for a little bit until I came down here and built that. You have the ability to do this kind of like next level stuff if you just need paint, and like you just need to just work within the program a little bit.
GeForce, welcome. Plastic is going to reflect like crazy, so be careful with plastic.
Right.
Oh, and so your Epoch cam or whatever your face cam is
it disconnected?
Disconnected.
Motherfucker.
Hold on. We're
coming back.
GeForce, tell us a joke.
There we go.
All right.
All right. Because I don't ever do any like I don't want to bring my MacBook on because it doesn't have any of my scenes or any of that shit saved up. So what I was able to do with this and what we're looking at now, this like Saved by the Bell scene area right here, is just layers. So what it looks like if I turn this off, there's the magic behind the curtain right there. Is that I photoshopped this piece onto a separate layer, because here's the max. Here's the booth. And the face, that's my camera source in the middle. So my camera source is literally in between both of these layers. Can you see my mouse when I like hover over shit?
Yeah, I can see your him. Yeah.
Okay. So like I'm DJing up here. Like you can see like the top of my gear, from this area. You can see my mic and the computer stand and stuff when it's going up here. And that's what that is, because that's all that's the magic it is just layering and layering the right stuff to show what you want, hide what you want. Why stop? Quiet. I'm trying to do something. Sorry. I'm trying to get to my Twitch channel. I'm behind the scenes at the same time. See if I could pull up like a.
Is Meatball still dropping emojis on you?
No, I wanted to show this. So like, there's me. Like, can you see that? Is that there?
Yeah, we see it.
So yeah, so there's me DJing behind that level, in front of the booth, the jukebox, and in front of the background, but behind that jukebox layer, so it makes me look like I belong there.
Well, you do. You created it.
Right. So that's the kind of stuff that it's just your get back to Streamlabs.
So this diner
is
is one thing, and then you just Photoshop black and separated a few of the pieces.
Yeah, so I just basically this is all one image. The Max, the diner. That's the Max from Saved by the Bell, by the way, just in case we're unaware. So it's like this is just one photo. Like I just had one photo. I opened it up in Photoshop. I duplicated a layer, so I had two layers, and I went and basically, let me just get rid of it. Like I basically cut around this part, cut that part out, save that file in that size as a PNG. That's like the go-to thing. It has transparent backgrounds. That's what, if you're not up to date with like that kind of like basic graphic stuff, that's a good thing if you're doing Photoshop or using that kind of stuff. JPEGs don't have transparent backgrounds. PNGs do. So like if you want to use,
right,
GeForce, transparent, alpha, whatever terminology you want to use, see-through backgrounds, that kind of stuff.
GeForce picks on me all the time because I'm not supposed to say see-through. It's say
you should not say see-through. Yeah, transparency, or opacity if you want to get super technical. Yeah, so like that's all this is, and then this is just this in Photoshop. If you look, the AOL chat room goes away too. Like at least the background part of it does, because it's just a static image. I didn't need motion. I didn't need it to move around or do anything. I planned it all out to
I thought that was doing something else. I thought the background was white from your chat box. It was see-through.
Yeah, it's
transparent. Transparent.
So I did that, and then that, like I said, this basic chat is white by default through Restream, and I just went and kind of like changed a few of the settings around.
So were the two characters just green screen, or you cut them out, stuck them in there? I don't know. I don't watch this TV show from the 90s. No, I don't know the names.
You didn't watch Zach Morris and Kelly Kapowski? Come on.
Yeah, I know.
So they're just a layer. They're just a PNG layer that I thought could kind of like balance it out. It would be kind of fun. Like she was like the hot, crush from the 90s, and him being on a brick cell phone just made it even more 90s. And then, the top, I have a few like, graphic things from the top of my, stuff or whatever, and that's it. This is all that whole like back thing is, again, it's all Photoshopped. So like if I take away just that background, that's, a few elements that are there. I still got my, alert box. So when, people come and follow.
Okay, how does that work? Because that's the next thing I need to learn.
Yeah.
I think we followed Joshua Carl, and he shows up with a big thumbs up saying thanks. I'm like, oh, that's so dope.
So this alert box right here is there are default things that are there, and they're usually like these like it's like a mummy, and like it's kind of really cheesy and stupid. Let me go and reshare this window. Get new share. All right. Oh, I'm still rocking out. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that.
Is that a past recorded show?
Yes, which probably should be removed and muted. It's been muted already for copyright, so it should probably be good. But Yeah. So if we're gonna go, into the alert box side of things, that's what that stuff is. That's an alert box, and if we're gonna go here, this is where we start kind of like filling out all the general information of the stuff that we wanted to do. This is like just basic stuff you can kind of go over. You can make sure like your stuff is on brand. So like I would spend time in this window or on this website, messing with these things to like custom make like what you want it to be or what you wanted to do. I'm in the process of like doing custom alerts, like when people subscribe, like it's got like my emote and it like pops up on the screen and does some flash and pop in circumstance to like do stuff to like be different than just like the normal things that are popping up. And that's one of the things that we can do in this digital era that are gonna quote unquote set us apart from the other guys is it was our music selection, how we got in and out, how we did this and that with the DJing stuff, and that still matters too. But on this digital side is like what we're doing different, what we're making our own.
It's racks on racks on racks, bro.
It's for real, for real. So if I wanted to go and make like a custom like follow thing like that, you go to your, like I said, you go to the alert box setting that was on the left here. That brings up this super basic kind of page. It gives you basically an overall general thing of what the stuff is going to look like. If you want the text to appear inside like a photo or image or a video clip or whatever, you want it to be to the side, you want it to be to the bottom. I just happen to have it at the bottom.
Joshua Carl's saying Giphy is the move. I mean, does it take GIFs? Is that how it works?
Yes. So you can do that, but to be completely honest, if you get GIF, I'm going to say GIF because that's what I call it. So like right now,
what's the best software to get a GIF made? Like I went online, there was a whole bunch of different ones. I was like, what's the less hassle one?
The last hassle one is to find one that already exists.
Okay. Got it.
To be complete, there's a website called Giphy. It's GIPHY.com. I think that's what it is. Yeah. And that's a searchable thing. You can kind of search them, find them. You can find the links to them. You don't even have to download them or have them. You can use them as like link sources and things like that. I found this. I was like, yeah, that's cool. And so I uploaded the Imperial March, like a little short sound
everything for you should be Star Wars related somehow.
I mean, yes, to a certain extent, I totally agree. And then it's like, you can kind of make these things how you want. You can, this is that CSS code that shows up their name. So it's like, DJ Joshua Carl has joined the Empire. I could have it say, I could say whatever I want, like has subscribed to the funk or, whatever it is. And then there's different ways that you can go about doing these things, just different animations. So I say just mess around, have fun with this stuff because, you can do all different kinds of things. And then you can go into this image, you can change media. These are some of the things that like I have like already like pre-uploaded and things like that. When I get like raids and hosts and stuff, there's a Tuscan Raider, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that's great.
So there's like just a bunch of stuff I've done. A couple of like a lightsaber activate, there's the Imperial March, just different things. You can upload, all this stuff. It's drag and drop. It's super user friendly, and that's something else. This is like one of the other things is WebM right here. That when he's saying Jiffy is the move, WebM is actually the better move if you can find them or if you can create them. In After Effects and other stuff like that, you can create that stuff. This is a way to get video content, motion, graphics, video content at a higher quality rate for less than like say like an MP4 or AVI or like that kind of stuff. WebM is great because it takes up less space, and GIFs are cool, but they're like super limited. They're not as great, like high quality, like stuff as you can do. So just kind of food for thought with that stuff.
Oh, the stage that Larry was helping me out with, the one that lights up and stuff. They're all WebM files. I was
Yeah,
like,
so
I don't even know
that's
what a WebM file was. I was like, what is this?
it's relatively new-ish, like, in exchange for, different things. It's just like another extension of, motion graphics that can come out that I feel like it preserves a higher quality for what it does.
Yeah, if you've ever seen Larry's show, he has one scene where there's 1,000 green screen dancers in front of it, and I'm like, "Is that one file?" He goes, "No, they're all WebM files." I was like, "What? And your
Yeah.
computer didn't crash?" I was like,
Yeah, so like they don't take up a lot of space, like as a comparatively to like I said, like an AVI and MP4, like stuff like that. So it's a little bit easier, a little easier to do. So with this alert box on the dashboard, you can go and customize everything. Like you want subscriptions, when people subscribe, like they can come and do there. You can change the sound. It has like that general, like when people drop bits. I have this on here and I don't know why it doesn't work. When people drop bits, it just does like the basic
"That's so
noise,
funny."
but it doesn't show that, which I haven't like gone into like figuring out why it doesn't work, but that's what I wanted it to be. I have to go back and look and see why it's not working. I don't know, maybe if they removed they may have removed this link, so I may have to go download it and find it and make sure I have it on my computer and upload it, because I use just a normal source for it.
Fight the power. So this is a third party, or this is part of Streamlabs?
This is still part of Streamlabs, but it's on their dashboard. So you have to go to that website part of it to get there. It's only a button click from the program itself to get to this point, but this is all that nonstop shop all in one. So you got your widgets over here that does all the fun stuff like the spinning of the wheel and the other graphic elements, adding that chat box, adding like the basic Twitch chat box to your stream if you just wanted to stream on Twitch and you had some things going on here. That emote wall. Stream labels is cool because you can create like something similar to this if you wanted to create your own, like a little banner up on the top that's like, this is our last follow, this is our last sub, this is our last bit donator, or whatever. And it gives those people their names and kind of gives
Oh,
them kind of like a shout out and stuff like that.
I'm going in on this.
Yeah. So if I showed you, let me see. Go back to Streamlabs and go to this.
Yeah, I don't
It's
understand the whole you can grab anything from Streamlabs and put it into regular OBS. I don't know how that works, but we'll get. Do you know how to do it?
Who did someone say that?
Joshua Carr. Joshua Carr. Well,
So
he knows how to do it. He's saying you
Yeah.
can do it. I just don't know how to do it.
Okay, so if this is the same, what the same thing we're doing here is, think of what we're doing here is like, this is like separate. You need to think, if you're going to use Streamlabs OBS or you're going to use regular OBS, that part of it doesn't matter, because what you're trying to get out of, what you're getting out of here, you can access without running Streamlabs OBS. You can still use this stuff in OBS. All you need to do is to like get this, the stream labels or the emote wall or whatever, is just that URL code. Is just this. Let me get, yeah, okay. What? I don't want to do this. Are you a Streamlabs?
Oh, Sarah, you're so smart.
Windows. It may be a little bit something extra.
My Streamlabs OBS crashed on me twice, I think. I was like, is everybody else getting that too?
So yeah, you just really need this widget URL, and then you can open up a browser source, and then that's it. Then the little pieces can come. You can kind of mess with different things here or there. So any of this stuff that you see on this website, because we're not in the program, we're in the website. Anything you see on this website, you can pull into OBS using the widget URL to copy it, and then use a browser source in in OBS to do it that way. It makes no difference that I'm using Streamlabs OBS as opposed to OBS when I'm copying stuff like this. When I'm copying stuff like the emo widget, like the wheel, like the the alerts and that stuff, just using a web whatever the hell this is, what the hell browser source, that's the name of it. Yeah, so like I have up here, like my most recent sub, it's a little discombobulated because I just pulled it up and I haven't really like used it, but like that's giving live information, like who my last sub was. Meatball's there, you can see him, and then like this guy's my most recent follow. That kind of stuff are the stream labels, and you can kind of like do that stuff with whatever. That was like a scene I have in progress.
Sweet. I actually got a link from Starjack. I guess he's going to start joining the streaming game, and he
Cool.
was telling me about this app, this third party, and it's like a donation driver. So you just sit there and talk and get people to donate and donate. He get me the link, but it was the link that wasn't working. So I got all excited about it, and I was like, "Damn."
One of the things that which I do like about like Streamlabs and stuff like that is once you become an affiliate and you have your stuff set up here, you can go into you. Oh, somebody's doing something.
Probably Meatball.
Following Sarah Masters. Thank you, Sarah. She didn't follow me already. What a jerk. I'm just kidding. So going back to like the website, the Streamlabs website, once you get that affiliate status and you can kind of verify your account, through Twitch and through Streamlabs, is you can like start to accept donations like that are beyond like the bit part of things from Twitch. Is you can go and you can actually like people can actually like make donations for you, and like you can set that right to your PayPal and like that kind of stuff. So it's definitely like definitely cool.
Joshua Carl was saying once you're with affiliate and then you join Streamlabs, you can make your own website. So I just typed in the Dj-Ology.net. We were still working on it, but that's where it came from.
Yeah, so like you have a website that you can do with Prime, and then there's like this section over here for Prime members. It's like a monthly subscription. You get just better, you get overlays that you can try and use and customize and things like that. You can do all kinds of stuff, and then there's all different kinds of stuff to this. This Streamlabs website is so in depth for all the different kinds of things that it can do. It's awesome. One of the things that I really have spent some time doing is if you're over in my chat, let's see if we can go back to the window. You can see like things happening here, like Streamlabs is saying, thank you for checking out the stream. Follow me on all the socials at DJ Darth Fader. You can now subscribe. Like I have those set up as, timers to go off during my stream to like automatically indicate like just to keep
keep the chat popping. Keep the chat popping.
Yeah, and to inform people, like if I don't want to sit there and say 50 million times, hey, if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, Twitch is owned by Amazon Prime. You can link your account to Twitch with Amazon Prime. You can get one free channel sub a month. You can use it to support your favorite content creator, blah, 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 blah. Like you can you can have this stuff do that. And that's one of the cool things that like this whole like chat, there's all different kinds of stuff within the chat part of Twitch that you can do that's just super fun. You can gamble, you can do the 8-ball, you can do these timers right here. These are the timers that like I have set up with the minimum lines of chat from people that are going on before they get triggered, and a minute interval of how long they're there. You can go and create this stuff, but spend some time, and this is the cloud bot that they have. It's automatically, you make Streamlabs a moderator in your
cloud
chat.
Bot? I don't know if we're on the right window.
You're right, you're not. Damn it. Sorry. There we go.
Together, bro.
Sorry. So over here on the side, the features here, CloudBot, and then this brings you to like a bunch of different things that you can edit and put parameters in. There's different word protection if you don't want people to use certain words in your chat, certain emotes or this things or what have you. This is the kind of stuff. This defaults to the mod tools, and you have to have Streamlabs be a mod in your chat. Super easy. All you do is /mod / Streamlabs. That's it. And then you can come up with all these little different things. There's gambling for your loyalty points that are kind of like already innate in the chat. You can do the 8-ball to ask a question. There's slot machines. People can duel each other, which is like a random random generator for like dice based on your loyalty points. Just tons of different things that you can do in here to just keep your stream on brand with you, what you wanted to do, what you wanted to say, to interact with people, that they can interact with themselves. They could be sitting there gambling while you're DJing. That way you're not, talking. You can talk, you don't have to talk. I know a lot of like game streamers use
Yeah.
use this stuff, but you're more than welcome to try it, to use it to do that kind of stuff. I also use the channel points that you acquire through Twitch to interact with my chat in different ways. You can do that as well. I'd probably say that's a cool way to get people involved into generating some kind of stuff down here. Is when they're down here and they've got different. Oh, maybe you're on the wrong screen. Am I on the right screen?
I'm looking at your
Yes,
chat
okay.
channel
All
points.
right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure because I'm a Zoom baby.
How's the wheel working for you?
I've done it a few times. It's cool. It's easy to set up. I just wanted to do something different with it because I've seen video game streamers use it as like a method of giveaway, or I've seen seen video game streamers use it in different weird ways to where they had 3 going at once, and one is if it's like say like Fortnite, it's like a challenge in the game where they're going to land, and like is it a certain gun that they can use or this or that or whatever. So it's some way to kind of like interact with the chat and keep it fresh and different, and to generate some kind of excitement of what they were doing. What I thought about when I saw the wheel was like, all right, I'm an open format DJ. I can make anything work. I can spin anything I want. Let's go and do something fun and make it look like make it be a genre wheel. So what I did was I made them all different genres. You can do less pieces, you can do more pieces, you can do whatever you want. This is just some simple I threw together in a few minutes to be able to make it work. I threw genre things in there, and then I went over to the channel points down here, and I made them worth like 500 points. It's nothing crazy, but you get 300 or so when you follow. But this is something to engage people to stay, hang out, interact. So like when that happens, I'm spinning the wheel. I'm like, all right, we got.
Do you have an alert to let you know someone's spinning the wheel?
So no one. I have to be the one that spins the wheel, but when someone redeems that in the chat, that will pop up. So like when someone redeems,
so you got to keep your eye on the chat.
Spin
Got
the
it.
wheel. So look, if you go see down, I redeem spin the wheel for 500 chat points. So I'm looking through chat while I'm interacting and spinning and doing stuff. Oh hey, good to see you. Oh hey, Meatball, thank you for those bits. I'm doing that anyway. I see somebody says, yo, spin the wheel, and I'm like, oh shit, okay. So let's spin the wheel. To do that was a little tricky because this.
How do we spin the wheel?
Right. So how we need to do that is we need to set up. It's basically a browser window. But what I don't know if does OBS has a layout editor that looks like this?
The regular OBS, no.
Right. So this is one of the other things I really liked about Streamlabs is because I felt like it was what I could do, what I wanted. I could kind of make it. So this looks like that. This looks like this. This looks like this because that's exactly what it is. It's my scene window, the audio mixer, the source, and the list of scenes. So what I needed to do was figure out a way that I could have this on my screen so I could do it. You could do this multiple ways, but this is the way I did it. I chose to change my source selector to be a website. And the website is the dashboard for the wheel.
Okay.
So I hit save changes. It's going to ask me, it's going to ask me to do this again. So it wants me to log into Streamlabs. All right, I'm in Streamlabs now. All right, 1 second. It's going to be a pain in my ass.
So what are you doing there? You're putting this.
I'm just making sure that it's because it's asking me to like log in and sign in, and I'm already signed in. All right, so here we go. So now if I go back, all right, let me just go back one. I'm jumping the gun just a little bit. Hold on.
I'm keeping up. I hope so. If anybody's got questions in the chat,
Please, yeah, I want to just field questions. If I go back to this, like that, I basically go to all widgets when we're on the Streamlabs website. There's a spin wheel right here. Spin the wheel, win fabulous prizes. And this is one of the things that's there. Marvelous, simply marvelous. So there, like this brings you up to like this website, right? So this website is streamlabs.com/dashboard, whatever, the wheel. Then this is like what you can do with all the stuff. Like this is where I put in the colors. This is where I put in the things. And then this is like the weight of how I want it to go. So say I put in,
say I cheated. It's one-sided, like a weighted dice.
Right. This can be that way. So if I didn't want to, I wanted to put country in there, but I didn't want to spin country. What I would do would be like, everybody else gets more weight except country. And the opportunity for country is going to be way lower. So you could use this in a multitude of ways. I'm sure people's brains are spinning on what they can do. So like I said, a lot of
when you do that, does it change the size of the triangle in the wheel?
No, that does not change that. This section, the weight of it is how the frequency of which it will land on those things.
Okay.
So if I were to go rock all the way up and everything else was down there, it's gonna land on rock most of the time.
Got it.
If I wanted to keep it fair, I would keep it all at whatever it is. But you can literally do anything you want with this. But I thought in my brain, I thought, let's come up with a genre wheel and have some fun with the chat and do that kind of stuff. So I came up with some stuff. You can add as many or clear as many as you want. And so the more or less you have, the more pieces of the pie there will be. That will just automatically populate.
Got it.
The more you have that there, then you can go into the font sizes, this and that, or whatever, the width of the borders, this and that. The default ticker, you can even change the ticker image. You can put your logo on there. You can put whatever you wanted. The default ticker image is black, and I was just on a black background, so I just had to kind of change that on my own. So like that was literally all that is. But if you can see on the side over here, it says spin wheel. So like that will
that's crazy.
It will spin the wheel, but you can't see that because it's in like this window isn't in your Streamlabs window. So you could either, if you're dual monitoring, you can be straight and just leave this window open and move it to the side so you can just go over and click it. But what I was doing was running a single monitor. I was reading my chat. I had already had my my scenes like locked down, so I didn't need to move anything. So I changed that little scene window in Streamlabs into a window for this browser window so I could spin the wheel. So it's literally right here. Oh, let me go back.
Oh, wrong window.
So it's literally right here now because I changed it to go. I changed this window to reference that other internet window. So this is just spinning the wheel. Now, if we spin the wheel,
wow, that's great.
So then I'm like, oh, hey, DJ Darth Fader want to spin the wheel. Oh, we're going to play a disco record next for him. Then, I spin and work into disco and then, do something like that. That encourages people to stay, people to be engaged and involved, chat, do their thing or whatever. You can kind of do, there's all different kinds of things you can do with this stuff. It's just that's where my brain went when I saw the wheel and was like, oh, I could do that.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. Does anybody have questions about?
I've been looking in the chat. There hasn't been a whole bunch of questions. I mean, Joshua Carr's been dropping some knowledge. Sarah's been digging the knowledge. Yeah.
Cool.
If there's any questions, I really appreciate your time, man. We're definitely going to be tuning in and logging and following and subscribing and all that fun stuff.
I'm sweating over here. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, it was fun. I'm glad. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to DM me, private message me. I'm in the group. I'm in the Ology group page. I'm on
Wait,
Twitch. I'm everywhere.
Sarah's got a few questions, I think. Hold on. What you got?
Do it.
I think there's a delay from when we talk to when it makes it.
Yeah, it definitely is. Because we're now just getting back to like we're getting back to me where I was not doing stuff. Or now I'm doing stuff.
So are you affiliate with your channel?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And you have a website with your merch and stuff? We type that into the chat?
I have not set up any of like the merch stuff yet because like, man, I am super weird about graphic design stuff. Like I will design something for probably months and hate it for like the first couple months. So I have not spent enough time to like, because even like Streamlabs has like a merch store and like all that stuff. Like I just haven't set that up just yet because I want to devote the right amount of time to like getting the stuff to look right and to do this and that. So I just haven't yet. But I have been asked to do it, and there's some that I can definitely do and put on the way. But I haven't dug too deep into that because I'm super picky.
Okay. You do, man.
Since we use Restream to post all of our videos, I'm posting 2 different medias all the time. Since that happens, I cannot control the widgets on Dj-Ology. So what is the solution for that?
She's saying that she double streams and can control one spot.
Yeah, that's and so that is pretty much what you can do. Because these initial like widgets and things like that, I don't believe were designed with having like multi-streaming in mind. To be point blank and clear, I just don't think that at the moment is something that is there that people are that if someone was DJing on the Dj-Ology page and they went and followed you, Sarah, on your page, an alert would not go off because the alert or whatever you're streaming through is coming through the Dj-Ology page. Well, what you could do is when I DJ'd on Dj-Ology page, I had the chat pulled up for Dj-Ology or whatever, so I could read and interact with everyone while I was there. But in a separate window, I had my own chat pulled up and off to the side. So when I got on a follow, when I got something like that, I was able to shout out those people that were following me on that, from watching that platform, from my own, be like, hey, thanks for following me on my channel, that kind of thing.
And it's very good to do that because it brings it to the conscious of somebody who may be new to Twitch and not be like, oh, someone's following, I should do that too.
Yeah, for sure. So as far as like some of these widget things go, I think interacting with, that specific chat, if you wanted to do like the wheel or this or that, that's something that you would have to either be mindful of at both times. To if you had your chat window open plus Dj-Ology's chat window open. So if you wanted to do like the genre wheel spin, you could just see that somebody redeemed channel points for spin the wheel in your thing or spin the wheel in Dj-Ology. You would just have to do it. Be like, oh, hey, over there on my channel, we're spinning the wheel for, Becky with the good hair. All right, go. Or just whatever it is. Like you could do that. You just have to monitor whatever that is.
So Joshua Carr is saying the thing that you can do is get the URL codes from their page and put them into your okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Perfect.
You could copy and paste the same web source, but that's not something that like it would immediately do that. It's just basically like the same thing.
Got it. Cool.
Why can't you use any of your widgets?
What happened?
Yeah, his widgets and stuff are busted. He's using OBS, and he was trying to use the emote widget, and like it was just not working. And Marcel says he has a question. How do you stream to 2 Twitch channels?
Well, with Restream. Definitely.
Yes.
You take your stream and send it to Restream, and then Restream can connect to multiple different places. Facebook. Your second Twitch is going to be a custom RTMP, and then we could get you the there's a RTMP code, and then you just take your stream key, and then bam,
Yeah.
there you go.
You have to pay for the Restream service if you're going to do that, though.
Yeah, it's 19 something. Oh, he's in
Yeah.
Netherlands, so I don't know what the conversion is.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Their Restream is available for free for 2 channels, but it doesn't allow you to do Twitch plus the custom RNTP code. So that's what that second Twitch channel would be. So you can't multi-stream with Restream for free to 2 Twitch channels at the same time, but you can, multi-stream with Restream for free to like a Facebook, your personal Facebook page if you wanted to, or what have you. There are limitations. You can go look on Restream's site to what they allow, to what they offer, that kind of stuff.
You could duplicate a page and change the widget URLs. When you change back and forth, people won't know. Sure.
There are workarounds for a lot of things. Like I did, like, that workaround for me, like being able to spin the wheel in the same window, like whatever you can do to like make it work for you, like do it. There's no right way or wrong way to like go about doing it.
Whew. I really like getting into tech, but this is starting to get a little deeper than where I'm going normally. So we gotta learn. I gotta learn.
Yeah, it's fun. It's just like there are times when I'm just sitting down, in front of this thing, just like figuring out what can I do next. I'm seeing other people's streams and being like, I can do that. Like, let me figure out how. Like, I see the means about how they did it. Let me go try and figure that out.
If you could just explain how you got your logo there to tile and move around.
Oh yeah, okay. Where are we looking?
Oh, you had that on your home on one of your scenes, yeah.
Yeah. Let me go.
Well, I seen another guy. I think Mike West or Mark West or something. I thought Meatball.
Aiden Scott did that too.
Someone turned me on to another guy, and he had a really cool thing where he was inside of a booth. Yeah, he was doing the scrolling thing, but he did it to multiple inputs, and they all scrolled at the same time. So where like a bus would drive by with a video input in front of it, and it was like the video was on the bus and it was scrolling past the screen. I thought that was brilliant.
So this is like a lot easier than you think. It's really. Let me get. I gotta go back and get rid of this thing now. Hang on 1 second. Let's go back and do source selector. Save changes. There we are. So this right here is just it's this. So we'll go and unlock. Nope. All this is a filter. So you apply filters to camera sources to get the green screens. You can apply filters to do all different kinds of things. So just like you can crop out and pad different like video sources if you wanted to, like, if it's a little big, you want to move things around or nudge things a little bit. There's all different kinds of stuff that you can do. This is the image that I made. It's just repeating in Photoshop. But what I did do is make sure that, like, if you can you see the second window that's open?
I'm just seeing your Streamlabs OBS.
Okay, this is dumb. All right, hang on, because there we go. It pops up another window. Like when I go and right click on filters on the source on this background source, it opens up this. So like this is the scroll, and you have different ways of going about it. Like I can go fast, vertical, and horizontal. I'm gonna go this. We want to slow it down and not try to throw up. You can pretty much do what you want to do with it. It's what I did with this is I created the logo background, white or gray. You could do whatever you want to do with it. But if you look on the sides here, this is perfectly in line to pick up on that right side. So you're not gonna have this weird kind of kitty cornered mismatched thing when this thing starts to you remember like old school windows when you had like a little fucking picture and you wanted to like repeat it as your background image, and
Yeah.
you went to like tile and do that shit. And that's basically what this is. You're just moving that. So what you want the image to be kind of fluid. So you don't want it to be like misshapen and mismatched. So take the time to like make that, make it even on both sides, top and bottom, in the corner. Then you can just add. There's different things you can do. These are all the filters that you can do on your sources. You can do a face mask plugin, so like you can put your face to make it look like you were wearing a taco or whatever. You could do all different kinds of stuff. Cropping is, to take out pieces or sections of, whatever image or video source or whatever you want. You can mess with color correction if you need to, brighten up Scotty's face or turn him down a little bit if his cheeks are too red from the hangover, whatever it is. You kind of mess with that. The chroma key, that's where you get your green screening for your camera stuff, so you can get your colors out of there and be on there what you only want. The scroll is what this is. The scroll is this, and then those are your options. It starts off as 0. I mean, I can fucking do it 0 0, so it's not doing anything, and I could limit where I want to, to do and how I want to do it, how fast I want it to go, what direction I want it to go, if I want it to go left or right, if I want it to go up or down, if I want it to go both at the same time, whatever that is, you can kind of figure that out. And since, that image is, done well, there's no like broken logo looking thing. Like it looks all continuous. It looks all there. It's just a couple extra minutes in Photoshop to make sure that image is tight and just go with it. Like you can do that. I would say, work something that's, the same. If you're going to create a background image like this, create the image in Photoshop that's the same size as the background of your scene. So if you're doing 1080p, do 1920 by 1080. If you're doing 720, 1280 by 720. I would do it that way.
I wouldn't have thought of that. Yeah.
You don't have to, because this will literally be all it will do. But this, I feel, is your best bet at making sure that weird, disconnected, like half broken logo doesn't happen. I'm controlling literally, like it's like moving a piece of paper out of frame into frame, and everything is just kind of like on top of each other and next to each other the way it should be.
Wow. Whoa. Well, I think we've answered.
Can you see my desktop now?
Yeah, kind of.
So like now you see like my window, like
yeah,
Facebook.
Your Facebook, yeah.
Oh, so I should have just been doing that the whole time, as opposed to going and clicking every different fucking window to like every time I switch windows. Well, I could have just went like it did different things.
We'll know for next time.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
The zoom is strong with this one. So you can add a scroll to the entire scene collection, which has your camera. Oh yeah, that's how that's done. Okay, cool.
You could do so that filter or whatever you could do to anything you want. Like so if that bus or this or that or whatever it is.
In my mind, I was going to copy and paste the filter onto different sources, but I guess you could just throw them in a folder and say, do that to all of them. Cool. That's nice.
Yeah, you could do that. I could see that. If you want, I don't know if you could do this or not, because you can do stuff in like, you can group things, group these layers and stuff like that. If you were to group them and do a filter on that, I'm not sure if you can do that or not. I haven't tried, but that's something to consider. Like if you were gonna go.
Joshua Carr saying it's called scene nesting. Well, that's interesting.
I have not done that.
That's exciting.
New folder. We're live and in person. Can I do a filter from there? No, I don't know. I'd have to look into that.
Well, there you go. Bam. I totally need to set those up for my channel. Those are great.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. And like I said, there's tons of resources out there for those little, you know, GIFs and stuff, or GIFs, or whatever the hell you want to call them, to figure all that out.
Perfect.
Cool.
Yeah, bro. I think we answered everybody's questions. I can't thank you enough for your time and dropping the knowledge, and for everybody in the chat. You know, they were saying make it go public and stuff. I'm just like, this is just for the people in here, and then like
Yeah,
maybe
right. Come on now.
it'll make it to the YouTube channel.
Little extra secret sauce for you guys. You know.
Yeah, it'll get
they
there.
didn't want to be here. They should have been.
But no, thank you all guys for tuning in, and I don't know, make sure to follow him on his Twitch.
All socials. You got I'm in the. Hold on, let me see.
Is it DJ Darth Fader on all socials, or is it just
pretty much?
Okay.
Yeah, DJ Darth Fader, or
it's not like where Meatball has 3 L's because somebody else has Meatball and never does it.
Friend me and send me a message. Boop. There's folks. There's my government name in there. So yeah, go ahead. Do anything you need. Way to rep the North. Oh God.
Way to rep the North.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys, like I said, I've been like, people have been hitting up my like Twitch whispers, messaging me, texting me, all different kinds of stuff. You guys have any questions about like graphic stuff? Where can I get this? I saw you do this, whatever. Like, I'll give away the sauce. Like it's fine. Like you have questions, you want to do something, you're like, dude, can I try this or do that? Like, please.
Also, guys, if you have DJs that would like to know this information, just invite them to the group. I mean, and they can come get
I don't know if he's here, but I had a couple of people join that were, you know, had questions and stuff. I'm like, make sure you're here so you can see it. Yeah.
Cool. Messing with these Florida folks.
Yeah.
I'm from New York. I mean,
that counts, right? I've only been, you know, Orlando for like 20 years. No big deal.
It's called a transplant.
Yeah. Yeah, I say that too. I've lived out on the East Coast since 1998. And I never say like I'm from here. I've lived in Connecticut. This is like the one place I've lived like the longest ever, because I moved around a lot as like a kid and stuff. Like this, I always say I'm from Wisconsin. So like I never admit to being from New England. Because they're all assholes.
I gotta tell you, man, people in Green Bay are the best, though. Wisconsin in general.
Go Pack, go! I got them right here. Let's go.
Yeah. I love going there. It's great.
Marcel, absolutely. Send me a message. You know, friend request me. Send me a message. I'm here to help anybody that's in the Dj-Ology fam. Anybody that's got any questions about anything, don't hesitate. I never sleep, so I could probably get back to you relatively soon. So, and I'm always doing something. So
he's
again,
on that grind.
I do graphic design. If you guys need help, I can try to help you with that stuff too. If you need something made or done for you, I know the ins and outs of.
You're gonna have to start selling your services there, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you need something, I could try and if you need help answering questions,
he does like donations, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you want to gift a 5-pack of subs on my channel? I'll gladly design an emote for you.
That green screen ain't cheap. You need that computer next to him.
That's right. Yeah. This custom computer just built just for streaming. Let's go.
All right. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the chat from Facebook, and then me and Darth Fader over here are just gonna go ahead and sign off. How do I figure? As soon as I figure out how to do that. Oh, that's the stop recording thing.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, yo. Hold on, I gotta find the button.
Who's got the button?
All right, we're just gonna leave this whole thing. Leave meeting. Done.